Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every day from 11 a.m. to noon and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV. You could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the Albany OTB Teletheater and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 50 big screens, a spacious air-conditioned viewing area, great food, a friendly staff, and plenty of parking, the Albany Teletheater is the perfect place to follow all the action. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Albany Teletheater and Capital OTB are the better choice.
And they're off.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at capitalotb.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at capitalotb.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
The road to the Breeders' Cup begins at DRF.com. Only DRF.com gives you exclusive coverage of the Breeders' Cup win and you're in prep races. Video previews, expert analysis, and in-depth reporting, exclusive daily racing form past performances, and live streaming video of the key races from across the country and around the world. Nobody covers the biggest days in racing like the most trusted name in the game. Visit DRF.com today.
This is the OTB Network.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm your host, Anthony Mormino. 7 stops this week on the show, including one unbelievable performance from Suffolk Downs New York Breeders Showcase Day to bring you. But up first, we're going to go to Laurel for a couple stops. Up first, it will be the Lady Baltimore, here to win, the 9-5 favorite.
And they're off. Chloe Carroll in the rough, headed out to the front outside there too. Unbridled Essence is in the mix, Fascinating Rhythm, and Baltimore Belle with early speed to that first turn run. Down to the fence, we have Dream Louise right there too. Into the turn, Fascinating Rhythm leads the way. From in the rough in second, then Dream Louise. Baltimore Belle travels in fourth, just 4 from that early pace. Chloe Carroll settles back after a good beginning. Unbridled Essence is next in line. And back to Time Zone. Here's Here to Win down inside, about 11 lengths off the pace. It's another 2 to Aquitaine and She Be Classy. The trail now. Heading on up the back straight of the good going. Fascinating Rhythm in a 24-2 opening quarter set by her leads the way. In second spot is In the Rough, and Dream Louise third inside, and Baltimore Belle fourth. It's another 3 back, and it's Time Zone trying to pick it up there. And the inside is Unbridled Essence is next. Here to Win, still about 11 or 12 off the lead. And Chloe Carroll, Aquitaine, a lot to do at this point, and She Be Classy. 49 seconds was a half-mile time as Fascinating Rhythm goes for it up front. From In the Rough, here's Baltimore Belle revving up 3 wide, still sticking with a pace. Dream Louise is next. And back to Time Zone, Unbridled Essence is next. And now, Here to Win is tipped out 3 wide. Here to Win trying to gain stride, still 10 from the front. And she's starting to run just a bit, though, but under a drive. Top of the stretch now, Baltimore Belle, narrow lead. In the Rough is right there, Fascinating Rhythm. And Dream Louise down to the fence, followed 5 lengths back by Unbridled Essence. Baltimore Belle in the rough continues to battle with Dream Louise on the inside, and she's running big too. Baltimore Belle, and Rosie Napravnik. Baltimore Belle holding Dream Louise. It's Baltimore Belle and the Lady Baltimore Stakes to win it a length and a quarter. Dream Louise second in the rough, and Unbridled Essence.
And an upset to kick off the show. Baltimore Belle, recent runner-up on Maryland Millions Day, comes up with the nearly 9-1 upset. Here to Win did very, very little running as the 9-5 favorite, finished 8th. But the exacta comes out of Maryland Million Day with Baltimore Belle on top, Dream Louise running second. In the rough finishes third. Michael Trambetta sends out the winner, returning $19.40. Up next, ungraded this year, boy, hard to imagine. The first grade 1 race other than the Breeders' Cup Sprint at 6 furlongs. The 17th running of the Frank DeFrancis Memorial Dash 9-5 Candyman E.
They're off, and the DeFrancis Dash is back, and Immortalized pops out on top as expected. From Despite the Odds, Sunrise Smarty, Sloan Ranger on the outside. In the mix, too, there is Congressional Page. Candyman E is in between horses, and at the fence is Ravello the Red Sleeves. Another 4 back at his Wildcat Brief, and Regal Solo last, and about 13 off the pace. As Despite the Odds has come through to the inside, leading Immortal Eyes by a neck. Congressional Page, Sunrise Smarty keeping pace well on the outside. Sloan Ranger. Candyman E's dropped a half dozen lengths off the lead. Under a ride is Candyman E. Ravallo's on the fence inside of Candyman E, followed by Regal Solo, Wildcat Brief. It was a 22 in one opening quarter. Immortalized back at the Despite the Odds. Congressional Page is right there third. Extreme outside Sunrise Smarty. In behind him is Ravallo down to the fence. And also between is Candyman E, who's still driving along. 3 lengths to close in. The half was in 45 and 1 furlong to go. Immortalized, Candyman E kicking in on the inside now. Then Congressional Page, Sunrise Smarty, Regal Solo, extreme outside, some late run. Candyman E, Joe Bravo. Candyman E getting through inside. Immortalized with a big one second. And Sloan Ranger in the photo there with Regal Solo and Wildcat Brief in 109 and 2/5 sparkling seconds.
And in the first stakes appearance, now making it 4 in a row, 6 for 7, 6 of 8 lifetime at 6 furlongs. First time Laurel Park. Candyman E is the 9-5 favorite, exits an allowance victory on Labor Day over at Parks Racing and scores the victory for Anthony Dutrone. I was looking at the pedigree lines, ladies and gentlemen, bred by Nelson Bunker Hunt. Candyman E wins the DeFrancis Dash. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to Suffolk Downs, and I would say in the 27-year history of horses and courses, there have been probably 25,000 races shown. I've seen the vast majority of them, thank you. This is one of the most unbelievable performances in the Bob O'Malley Stakes. Nicole H., the 6-5 favorite.
Set to start. Stand by. They're off for the Robert O'Malley Sprint Stakes at Suffolk Downs. Winning Image bounces out alertly and fires off straight from the front. It's Mimom is also quick to clear from the inside, and Nicole H., the favorite, is in a good stalking spot. Third, there goes Sassy City. Sassy City with a rush now goes up to engage the favorite for that third spot. And then it's Love That Dance, The Cat's Meow, The Wild Ride, and Carmageddon is the trailer as they race past the half-mile marker through a first quarter absolutely blazed in 21 seconds flat, the fastest opening quarter in a sprint all season long. It's Mimom is setting sail for the lead and opening up here by a length and a half. In hot pursuit, second, Nicole M. Winning Image is outside third. Sassy City, the hometown hopeful, is very much in it to win it. She's parked in fourth at the rail. And then it's the Cat's Meow, Carmageddon, to Wild Ride. Love That Dance trails. They're off the turn and into the stretch. 43 and 3 for the half mile. Nicole H. is getting the better of its Mimom past the 8th pole. Winning Image fighting on in third. Carmageddon fourth, then to Wild Ride. Here is Nicole H. and Taylor Hole. It's Mimom is trying to come back. She's fighting gamely at the rail. Nicole H. It's Mimom trying to slip through. Tight gap. Photo finish in the O'Malley Stakes. Wow, that was tight. Could have gone either way.
Folks, in many years of watching races, even those not on HNC, It's Mimom goes 21 flat, 43 and 3, sparkling internal fractions. And just to let you know, they ran an optional claimer race, 6 furlongs. They went 111 and flat. So I'm not so sure this racetrack was just throwing lightning times out there. But It's Mimom at nearly 12-1 for Willie Martinez is at least a length and a half, couldn't tell by the angle, behind Nicole H. inside the 8th pole. After setting those fractions, comes back on the inside and wins by a nose at $25.80. They had an inquiry I don't know why when I saw the head-on in the stretch, but after that performance by It's Me Mom, who had come off 3 consecutive efforts at Presque Isle for the victory. Now, the most recent one was back on the first day of summer, but It's Me Mom easily cleared and beaten in the stretch, comes back on the inside to beat Nicole H. in the Robert O'Malley Stakes. Delta Downs, a couple big prep races for their 2 big juvenile stakes races. Up first, we'll have the My Trusty Cat, another 9-5 favorite on the show, Citizen Advocate.
We're set. And they're off in the My Trusty Cat at Delta Downs. Sharp break by Citizen Advocate on the outside. Devious Intent is showing some speed. Moving up between horses Koto Kitten as they come past the grandstand. It's Citizen Advocate. Got the lead by just about a length. Right on her heels, though, you'll find Koto Kitten and Devious Intent. Then back along the inside, it's I Think I Saw a Putty Cat. Just off the rail here is May Wee, and scooting through on the inside is Kulati. Then comes Burnt Star and the Black Cap as they head to the back stretch. Hung out a bit wide is Gospel Gal, who is second last, and it's 2 lengths back to Lindomo, who is the trailer. Got about 7 lengths front to back as they go on to the back stretch. The quarter mile went in 23 and 49 100 seconds. Luis Gerardo has Citizen Advocate on the lead by a length and a quarter here. To the outside, it's Koto Kitten running right next to Devious Intent. Those 2 waiting to pounce. 2.5 lengths back to an advancing I Think I Saw a Putty Cat. Also trying to come on here is Burnt Star, who's beginning to rally. Steadying on heels, there was May Wee, who lost some ground. Hung out wide still is Gospel Gal, the half in 48.69, and they're coming for home. Citizen Advocate under pressure now from Devious Intent, who attacks from the outside. 2.5 lengths back to I Think I Saw a Putty Cat, who's in third, but under the whip. And from there, it's Koto Kitten. To the inside, it's Gospel Gal. They've straightened away. Under pressure is Citizen Advocate, but she's responding. A 16th of a mile to go. It's Citizen Advocate. Devious Intent to the outside, but Citizen Advocate's going to win the My Trusty Cat by a length. Devious Intent was second. It was close for third. I Think I Saw a Putty Cat or Gospel Gal.
Citizen Advocate now 4 of 6 lifetime, and did cross the finish line first while being disqualified in one of the losses. She exits the Presque Isle Downs debutante and scores the front end victory rather convincingly for David Vivian, and Luis Gerardo. Citizen Advocate returns $5.60. The 2-year-old boys prepping for the Delta Downs jackpot in the 10th running of the John Lafitte. The boys go at a mile at 3-5. My Adonis.
And they're off in the Jean Lafitte at Delta Downs. A very even break. My Adonis in the middle is flashing speed with Top Cat Boogie. Those 2 only heads apart as they race through the chute. Down near the inside, it's Flashy Kid, who starts to advance, and down along the inside is Valid from the get-go. Backing off here is My Adonis. He's now 2 lengths off the leaders and back vying for third. Behind him, in fifth, that's Tismo. To his outside advancing is E. Valentino under Malone Song. Length and a half then from there, you'll find Private Prayer, who is second last, and it's a good 8 lengths back to the trailer, who is Prince Caden. The quarter mile went in 23 and 14 100ths. They're rounding the first turn. Now we have a 2-pronged battle for that lead. It's Top Cat Boogie just off the rail. Flashy Kid right down on the inside. My Adonis gets a little closer here under Trujillo, now within 3 parts of a length and 3 deep onto the back stretch. 4 deep out there is Tismo in the orange cap, and farther out it's El Valentino. Trapped in behind rivals, Valid from the get-go. He is racing in that 6th spot and 2.5 off the leaders. He'll need racing room. Then comes Private Prayer in the pink cap, and it's about 5 lengths back now to Prince Caden, who's starting to rally just a bit. The half went in 47 and 87 100ths, and they're coming for home. On the inside is Flashy Kid. From between horses, Top Cat Boogie, and there goes My Adonis. And now My Adonis surges to the front. It's My Adonis drawing clear, and going with him now is Tismo. He angles down to the inside as he passes Top Cat Boogie and Flashy Kid, who have given out. My Adonis has the lead in the upper stretch. He's up by a length and a half. Tismo's putting in a bid, but he can't get to him. My Adonis is drawing clear. At 3-5, it's My Adonis to win the Jean Lafitte easily. Tismo was second. Flashy Kid checked in third. Prince Caden was fourth.
My Adonis, a very impressive winner here. Kelly Breen sent out for his big clients, the Familiar Silks of Fluorescent Pink and Orange that won the Belmont Stakes. But I can tell you one thing. This is an offspring of Pleasantly Perfect, who, remember, in 03 won the Classic for Richard Mandela. this is what I see from Maya Adonis, who was a very, very impressive, won by better than 5 lengths at 3-5. That they're going to go next, all things pointing towards the Delta Jackpot. And I'm going to tell you, Kelly Breen, I think going forward is going to be sitting in a great seat. And I said this about this Delta Jackpot race. It's going to allow Kelly Breen to train Maya Adonis the way he wants going into the Kentucky Derby, which you have to think with this pedigree and with these owners is what they're thinking. And I'll tell you, that is a great idea. We make fun of these 2-year-old graded earnings, but you win it and you get yourself $500,000 in graded earnings. He got $120 for winning this race. He's almost where he needs to be to guarantee a spot, and that way he can train Maya Adonis they want. When you see it on Friday, it's a very, very nice effort in the John Lafitte. We're going to take a quick break. Next stop, Keeneland. And welcome back to Horses and Courses. 4 races to bring you from Keeneland. Up first, originally scheduled to be run 1.5 miles on the turf, the Sycamore. Rained off the turf, going to be run at the unusual distance of 13 furlongs on the Poly. The 8-5 favorite, Center Divider.
And they're off in the Sycamore Stakes, and Bim Bam quick into stride from the far outside. Center Divider also with early speed. These two come to the front immediately, and Center Divider from the inside now begins to give way to Bim Bam, who moves up and has the lead by just a neck, moving around that far turn for the first time. Then Eagle Poise travels in third, outward from the rail, odds on, fourth down toward the inside, and that one is flanked by Santa Goss, who's next to last, and a gap of 5 more lengths back to Tahoe Lake, who is the trailer as they head for the top of the stretch and through the stretch for the first time in the Sycamore. And up front it is Bim Bam, who has cleared with the lead by a length, but Eagle Poise is side by side with Center Divider right behind the leader. And then Odds On, followed by Santa Goss, a gap of 5 more lengths back to Tahoe Lake. Now the first 3 in a line contesting the pace as they move under the line for the first time, and up front it is Bim Bam and Kent DeSormo, who fight off the challenges, open back up by 1.5 lengths. The first quarter in 25 seconds, and the first half mile in 49-1, still with 1 circuit remaining, and Center Divider occupies the second spot. Odds On moves up a closer third toward the inside, moving into the second of 3 turns, and then Eagle Poise up on the outside now, who regains the third spot from Odds On. Santa Goss starts to move forward to challenge for fourth, and then a gap of 3 more lengths back to Tahoe Lake, who continues to trail the field as they head for the back stretch. Bim Bam, the leader, 3 parts of a length. Eagle Poise is second, 3 parts of a length. Center Divider third toward the inside, flanked there by Santa Goss, and then Odds On next to last, and a gap of 4 more lengths back to Tahoe Lake, who continues to trail after 6 furlongs in 1:14-2. Midpoint of the backstretch, Bim Bam continues to set the tempo and continues to lead Eagle Poise by 3 parts of a length. Center Divider behind the leader toward the rail in third, 2 lengths off the lead. Santa Goss is on the outside of that one fourth. 2 more lengths back then to Odds On, a gap of 4 more back to Tahoe Lake, who is the trailer, as the Sycamore field moves into the final turn. And back up front, Bim Bam feeling another challenge again from Eagle Poise, still a half length between the top 2. Center Divider still pinned down toward the inside in third. Santa Goss outside of that one in 4th. And then Odds On, who hugs the rail around the far turn, but 5th. And a gap of 4 more lengths back to Tahoe Lake, and they come to the quarter pole. Bim Bam, the leader by a neck. Eagle Poise 2nd. Santa Goss far outside 3rd, and Center Divider looking for an opening behind that front trio as Santa Goss moves forward to challenge Bim Bam. And still, Eagle Poise fighting on, and also Tahoe Lake running late grandstand side. Center Divider is 5th. To the front is Santa Goss. Final furlong chased by Tahoe Lake. Past the 16th pole, Santa Goss and Rajiv Mirage. Tahoe Lake will be second best today. Santa Goss wins the Sycamore. Tahoe Lake was home second in 2 minutes 39 and 2/5 seconds.
Boy, Santa Goss looks rather fresh for just running 13 furlongs in a new track record. Yes, they do not run this distance very often. Matter of fact, Center Divider won an off the turf at this distance last spring, but the old track record 2:42.69 eclipsed by Santa Goss and Tahoe Lake. They were 5th and 6th respectively early in this race. Center Divider, the 8-5 coming out of the Bowling Green as the winner was. Santa Goss this past summer we saw win the John's Call at 13 furlongs on the turf. Grand Motion trained the winner for you. Up next, 3-year-old fillies in the Valley View. 8-5 favorite, Busy Caroline.
And they're off in the Pin Oak Valley View. In step away quickly, and Daisy Divine is there up from the outside. Christmas Cove away well, moving up in 3rd from the center of the course, but in step has the early lead as Daisy Divine comes forward in that second spot. Then a break of 3 lengths headed to the first turn to Christmas Cove in the 3rd position. Busy Caroline 4th against the rail. Maid of Heaven goes 5th just off her flank heading into the first turn. And then Dynamic Holiday, who's down toward the inside, moving midway on the first turn. Pinch Pie is next outward from the rail. Holiday's at the farm is near the back of the pack in the early going and is running 10 lengths off the early lead. Then a gap of 2 more lengths back to the 2 trailers, Barbie's M and Safe Crossing, who's 10th and last, 23 and 1/5 seconds the time for the opening quarter. In step the leader, and Daisy Divine goes second, a length and a half between the top 2, then a break of just over 3 back to Christmas Cove in 3rd and neck. Busy Caroline 4th on her outside at the midpoint of the back stretch, and then Dynamic Holiday 5th toward the inside by a head. Maid of Heaven is 6th on the outside of that one, a gap of 2 more lengths back to Pinch Pie in 7th. Holidays at the Farm is 8th. Safe Crossing in 9th, and Barbie's M 10th and last, 47 and 3/5 seconds for the first half mile, and In Step is still the leader. In Step leads at 3 parts of a length midway on the far turn. Daisy Divine goes second by 3 lengths, and Busy Caroline still third coming to the quarter pole. A gap of 3 more back to Maid of Heaven in 4th. On the outside of Christmas Cove in 5th. Pinch Pie outside of Dynamic Holiday. They both have 7 lengths to make up, and here is Daisy Divine coming after In Step, and Busy Caroline tries to pick them up, but she's 3rd, and she's still 3.5 lengths away, and they're into the final furlong of the Pin Oak Valley View. In step, Daisy Divine, Busy Caroline on the outside of them. Daisy Divine between horses. In step fighting on. Busy Caroline is still 3rd. Daisy Divine 43-1 to spring a colossal upset in the Pin Oak Valley View for Calvin Borel.
Yes, Daisy Divine this past winter won the Fairground Oaks, but first time turf on Friday afternoon in the Valley View scores the tremendous upset as Busy Caroline shipping in after her most recent effort in the Del Mar Oaks. A poor effort that day at 8-5 finishes second, but Daisy Divine, $89 for the win. Andrew McKeever and Calvin Borel spring the huge upset. On Saturday afternoon, 3-year-old fillies in the Lexus Raven Run, Misdirection, the 7-2 chalk.
We're at the post. And they're off in the Lexus Raven Run Stakes. Dr. Diamond's Prize and Honey Child and Roman Treasure and Funny Sonny all have early speed. Button Girl up close to the early pace as well. And then Strike the Moon, who comes away running in the 6th position. And there goes Misdirection on her outside as they head up the back stretch. Dr. Diamond's Prize, Honey Child on the outside of that one contesting the lead. Roman Treasure moves up the inside now and puts ahead in front, moves up from 3rd to 2nd to the lead. Button Girl is 4th down toward the inside. Misdirection 5th far outside. And then Great Hot, who's 6th in between horses. Strike the Moon goes 7th, running just 4 lengths off the lead as they head for the far turn. Funny Sunday is 8th down toward the inside. And then Groupie Doll toward the outside of that one, along with Grandacious. They move side by side around the far turn toward the center of the racetrack. Ms. Cruisin' is next. Button Girl has dropped way off the pace, dropping to the back of the pack. Hot Summer, the trailer, 22 at the quarter, and 44 and 3/5 seconds the time for that first half mile. Dr. Diamond's Prize leads it by a length. The Honey Child off the far turn. Groupie Doll angling wide outside of Ms. Direction. Strike the Moon tries to get untracked. Ms. Direction trying to draw alongside the leader, and now Great Hot diving toward the inside. Dr. Diamond's Prize with the lead, and Ms. Direction, and also running on from the outside, Strike the Moon. Groupie Doll down the center of the racetrack. Strike the Moon coming after Great Hot. Great Hot doing the better work toward the inside. Then Dr. Diamond's Prize. Groupie Doll running on from the far outside. What a renewal of the Lexus Raven Run. Photo for the win. Great Hot or Groupie Doll in a time of 1 minute 21 and 3/5 seconds.
And there's Great Hot. Boy, smallish looking filly, and thanks for the all-black saddle cloths, Keeneland. Appreciate that. Not really, but Great Hot in, tight quarters around the whole entire turn, but Chantel Sutherland was able to dive down to the inside, and first time synthetic, now 3 for 3 sprinting for this Brazilian import. Scores the victory by a head at, 4-1, and Ms. Direction, you might have seen a little incident there, was placed third after Dr. Diamond's Prize at better than 75-1 came out and interfered with Ms. Direction's chance in the lane. Ms. Direction was not beating Great Hot, and I don't think was going to finish ahead of Groupie Doll, who was on the far outside. But nice little victory for the Great Hot. Good job, I thought, by Chantel Sutherland on the California import to win Saturday's Raven Run. Up next on Sunday, we're going to have a 1.5 miles on the turf. The Root and Riddle Dowager Cheetah, the 6-5 favorite.
And they're off in the Root and Riddle Dowager Stakes. Diane was off just a step slowly, but Cheetah is away for the lead down toward the inside. Royal Madam comes forward with her in the opening strides, and Royal Madam moves up for Gabriel Saez and takes the early advantage, leads it by a length and a half. Cheetah content to give way against the rail in the second spot by a length and a half. And then Miss Lottie Da third, just inside of Upper Line in fourth. Hasse goes fifth on the outside, and is followed by Grecian Maiden in sixth. Ask But I Won't Tell is seventh. Malibu Win eighth in between horses, and is followed by Say Nada ninth back toward the inside. Endless Expanse is 10th, and a gap of 5 more lengths. Diane 11th and last, the first quarter in 24 and 3/5 seconds. And the leader is Royal Madam. Royal Madam, at odds of nearly 80-1, shows the way with a mile to go here and leads it by some 7 lengths. Cheetah goes second by a length and a half. Miss Lottie Da third in neck. Upper Line fourth on her outside. Gap of 2. Hasse is in fifth. Grecian Maiden sixth. Malibu Win 3 lanes off the rail in seventh. Ask But I Won't Tell between horses 8th. Then Say Nada 9th. Endless Expanse in 10th. Gap of 4 more lengths back. Diane is last. First half mile in 49 and 2/5 seconds. And still Royal Madam the leader. Royal Madam's lead, nearly 5 lengths. Cheetah is in the second position by a length and a half. And then Miss Lottie Da, third against the rail, still flanked by Upper Line in fourth. The gap of 2 more, Hasse is in fifth. Then Malibu Win, sixth up on the outside. Grecian Maiden has been toward the inside around both turns and is tucked away toward the rail in the 7th spot. Ask But I Won't Tell alongside of her. Then Say Nada, Endless Expanse, and Diane. Midpoint of the backstretch, and Royal Madam is still the leader. Leads it by 3 lengths. Cheetah goes second, a length and a half. Upper Line third ahead. Miss Lottie Da still there fourth toward the inside. Malibu Win goes fifth. Hasse is sixth, right toward center pack. Then Ask But I Won't Tell, followed by Grecian Maiden. Endless Expanse, Say Nada. Diane last into the far turn. And Royal Madam still the leader by 2. Cheetah is second, a length and a half. Upper Line third up on the outside. Miss Lottie Da fourth toward the inside. Hasse now picks up the leader's fifth, carefully moving to the far outside, 4 lengths off the lead, and Cheetah will strike the lead at the quarter pole. Hasse giving chase on the far outside into the stretch. Cheetah with the lead by 3 lengths. Hasse goes to second. Ask But I Won't Tell coming with big strides on the outside. Say Nada goes to fourth. Ask But I Won't Tell and Say Nada doing tremendous work. Final furlong of the Root and Riddle Dowager. Upper Line, it's futile for her in the closing strides. Say Nada runs right on by to win it. Edgar Prado's third win on the card. Upper Line, good effort, but second today. And then it's close for third between Cheetah or Ask But I Won't Tell.
Barclay Tag Layout Stable, a big run from Sinead, who we saw hit the board in the Glens Falls most recently on Labor Day. A big upset victory for Edgar Prado, $35.40. Cheetah, who did some good running in here, but just tired in the lane. It's a 6-5 favorite, finishes third. And Upperline, who sat a very, very good trip, scores the victory. Sonata and Offspring by Pulpit out of the good turf distance mare we saw at New York about a decade ago. Osley, they score the victory on Sunday. Now time to go to Northern California and Golden Gate Fields for the 6 furlong Oakland Stakes. Shoulda, coulda, would ya, the 4-5 favorite.
Racing. Tribesman is away like a flash. Shoulda, coulda, would ya. Starboard Lights going fast, followed fourth by Hexbreaker, then Skip Shot. 2 lengths to Our Mind the Sweeper with Quick Enough, and 3 to Sourdough Sam. Tribesman just leads from Starboard Lights. A length to Hexbreaker, Shoulda, coulda, would ya. Skip Shot, followed by Our Mind Sweeper and Quick Enough, together 6 off the lead. And Sourdough Sam 5 lengths last of all, with a half-mile left to go. And at Starboard Lights and Tribesman full pelt into the turn by 2 lengths to Shoulda, coulda, would ya. Hexbreaker the outside, a joint third, has the favourite pocketed mid-race. Then comes the next pair, Our Mind Sweeper, together with Skip Shot. Quick Enough with 6 lengths to make up, and last is Sourdough Sam. To the quarter pole in the Oakland Stakes at Starboard Lights, ahead in front of Tribesman. A length and a half to Shoulda, coulda, would ya, flanked by Our Mind Sweeper and Hexbreaker. Duran into the clear now on Shoulda, coulda, would ya. He gives Starboard Lights 2.5 lengths. He's coming strongly mid-stretch at the 8th pole. Starboard Lights being grabbed by Shoulda, coulda, would ya. From the rear comes Sourdough Sam as a 2-year-old rivalry is renewed, and Sourdough Sam blasts past Shoulda, coulda, would ya to win. Starboard Lights third, Our Minesweeper fourth. Then comes Tribesman with Skip Shot, Quick Enough, and Hexbreaker.
Sourdough Sam, the $20.20 upset victory 2 years ago. These two dominated the Northern California scene for the juveniles, and Shoulda, coulda, would ya, the 4-5 favorite, just couldn't hold off David Lopez as David Lopez scores his 1,000th victory on Saturday, winning the Oakland Stakes. One stakes to bring you from Southern California, 2-year-old fillies. Geez, when I was young, they used to call this a Nokia. Sister Moon, 1-5.
And away they go. All appear to come out well. Ismany from the inside gate wants the early lead, is sent along and takes the lead now by a half a length. In second is Lasso from El Paso. On the far side we have Lady Pecan, and between them is Evelyn's Dancer, those 4 tightly grouped. Then there's a gap of 3 back to Sister Moon, and Nicole's Memory is at the back. They run past the half-mile pole, and it is Ismany in front now by just over a length. Taken second is Lady Pecan. Lasso from El Paso is in third, and now here comes Sister Moon on the move. Sister Moon takes fourth. There's still 4 off the leaders. Behind that, Evelyn's Dancer and Nico's Memories last by 6. They are coming to the quarter pole, and Ismany is still clear. Ismany by 2.5. Now Lady Pecan comes under a ride from second, and here's Sister Moon on the grandstand side. She's under a ride too, but is making headway. They come for home. It's a 2-horse race. Ismany is clear by 2 lengths. Sister Moon is chasing gamely from second. Ismany digs deep, finds more. Sister Moon can't get her, and Ismany's going to go wire to wire. Ismany and Pat Valenzuela win at a length and a half. In the end, Sister Moon had to settle for second, and Evelyn's Dancer was third.
Ismany, every polo winning one from the number 1 post position, springs the upset as just about the co-second choice at 7-1. Patrick Valenzuela just put Ismany on the front and zipped out there. I thought got a little bit of a breather in the middle of the race, which I think was fortuitous, coming out of the debut victory on August 13th to score the upset victory. Sister Moon, who had an even more impressive debut victory 8 days after Ismany, which is warranting the 1-5 choice in here, finished a second, well in front of Evelyn's Dancer. Bill Spar sends out the winner, the upset in Saturday's Inokia. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, 7 New York bred stakes races from Belmont Park. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Horses and Courses. Now time to turn our attention to Belmont Park and New York Breeders' Showcase Day. Up first, fillies and mares sprinting in the 33rd running of the Iroquois. Lovely Lil, 6-5.
And they're off. Nicole's Miss L out for that lead. Lovely Lil is there. And so too Sentimental Lass. It comes on through in between horses, followed by those Lion Eyes down toward the rail. Lovely Lil is going to be the leader here. Sentimental Lass right alongside to her outside. Those Lion Eyes down to her inside. Risky Rachel back running in 4th, and Nicole's Miss L is 5th by 3. Opus A runs in mid-pack, rating about 7 lengths from a pretty good battle up front here. A break of 4 back to Spa City Princess. At the back of the pack, Lady Grace Note and Bailsy. It was a 23 flat opening quarter mile here. Those Lion Eyes and Lovely Lil going head-to-head for the lead. Risky Rachel is now in behind them in 3rd place, and then coming up the inside, here's Opus A now. Opus A moves into 4th. Nicole's Miss L is on the far outside 5th, and Sentimental Lass is now 6th. Then there's a break of 3. Back to Spa City Princess, Bailsy, and Lady Grace Note. Now the field turns for home. Risky Rachel on the outside, and Lovely Lil down toward the rail. They go head-to-head for the lead as they come into the final furlong. And then farther back, it's Spa City Princess, who's now running 3rd, and Bailsy has come from well out of it to be 4th as they come down to the line. Farther back, it's Opus A in 5th as they come under the wire. Risky Rachel finishing 1st by 2.5 lengths. Lovely Lil was 2nd there. Spa City Princess was 3rd. Bailsy came from way out of it to get 4th.
And Risky Rachel, the second choice at 5-2, defeats the 6-5 favorite, Lovely Lil, and Spa City Princess, owned locally by Adam Madcore of Saratoga Springwater, finishes 3rd, coming from way out of it. But Jimmy Bond trains the 7-5 favorite, winner of this year's Iroquois. Up next, 2-year-olds in the 7 furlong Bertram Bongard Flying Z, 3-part entry at 6-5.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Night Maneuver, the prize fighter. Ganador is there. Down from the inside comes Western Tryst. Up the backstretch. Night Maneuver narrowly. Ganador on the inside, the prize fighter on the outside. At the fence, Western Tryst right up there running along in 4th. And then it's Bay Park Boy in 5th. French Wine 6th on the outside. Jaw Crusher is 7th and only 3 lengths from the lead. Swag Daddy 8th to the rail. Silent Thunder is 9th. Tug of War now back racing in 10th position, followed by Fox Rules. Near the back of the pack are Good Time Boy and the last of all in Toe's Memory. through a 23-2 opening quarter mile. And they're a half mile from home. And the Prize Fighter and Night Maneuver, they're matching strides on the lead here. On the outside, French Wine sent up after them from third. Western Tryst down toward the inside is now fourth. And then farther back, it's Bay Park Boy is fifth on the inside. Silent Thunder runs in sixth. Then Toes Memory makes a move on the outside from seventh as the field turns for home. The Prize Fighter and Western on the inside, Night Maneuver and Western Tryst. Flying Z's 1, 2, 3. With a furlong to go here, Jaw Crusher coming up the inside and the roll of the spoiler here, but they're coming down to the finish. It is Night Maneuver down on the rail, Jaw Crusher, and Night Maneuver is the winner. Jaw Crusher second. Flying Z was third there with the Prize Fighter. Flying Z was fourth with Western Tryst. Completing the exactas and the trifectas, back there will be Tug of War and Swag Daddy.
Yes, Tug of War, who ran fifth, does complete the trifecta. Flying Z, ladies and gentlemen, ran a 4-part entry, not 3 as I stated before the race. They run 1, 3, 4, and 12. Jaw Crusher, the maiden, owned by Roddy and Mary Valenti, Tom Lemmy, and James Lawler, they finished second as a maiden coming in after the race out at Finger Lakes. But Night Maneuver, a very nice victory in here. Jaw Crusher, the Prize Fighter, then Western Tryst, and then Tug of War finishing fifth to give you the trifecta. Up next, New York bred sprinting 6 furlongs in the Hudson, Driven by Success, and Be Bullish, the 2-1 favorite entry.
And they're off. Driven by Success and Dr. Disco out together for that lead. There goes General Maximus up on the outside. Third, the Gray, Be Bullish, is now fourth. Mindswept hustled out of there in fifth. Preaching to the Devil is sixth. Smoking Hero is seventh. Pretty Boy Freud is now eighth, at least 10 lengths from the lead. 5 lengths back to Law Enforcement as they race for the far turn. Chasing Dr. Disco, who clicks off a 22-1 opening quarter mile. General Maximus now motors up alongside Dr. Disco. Preaching to the Devil coming with a 3-wide move there with 3 furlongs to go. Then stablemates Be Bullish is in between horses. Driven by Success is now back to fifth. Mindswept is in behind horses and sixth, and Smoking Hero is seventh, taking to the far outside. Dr. Disco, 44-4 was his half mile. General Maximus is still trying to get by him. Driven by Success down inside. Here's Mindswept moving late. It's still Dr. Disco. General Maximus keeps on plugging away at him. And here comes General Maximus to get it in the final strides. Beating Dr. Disco at the end by 3/4 of a length. Close for third. Driven by Success or Mindswept.
Yes, General Maximus wins again. Won the Hudson last year, coming off the June 24th layoff for John Terranova. Corey Nakatani, who has just had a sensational Belmont Fall Championship meet, just grinds down Dr. Disco. General Maximus returns $10.40. The exacta comes back $86 for the good guys. Mindswept finishes third as Driven by Success ran fourth, and Be Bullish seventh as the 2-1 favorite. Up next, it'll be the 2-year-old fillies in the Joseph Gimma Stakes with Victory Island, the 5-2 favorite.
And they're off. Victory Island was away last in the field. Undaunted Ella is racing for the lead from the outside. Harbor Mist is away, running in second. Then punching on through down toward the inside is Shotgun Penny. Toward the outside, Lunder's Way. Make that Bellacourt, who's on the outside now, running along in second. Shotgun Penny, third toward the inside. Harbor Mist races along in fourth. Cute Cadet is fifth. Newbie far outside races in sixth. And then it's Wildcat Smile, seventh on the inside. Lunder's Way is now eighth. Motion Lounge is ninth. Slow Start puts Victory Island second to last. Colorblind the trailer. Around the far turn, Cute Cadet, Bellacourt, and Undaunted Ella. Those three together through a 23 flat opening quarter mile. 3 lengths back, Shotgun Penny down on the inside. All Out Drive still running along in 4th. Then Harbor Mist, and here comes Wildcat Smile now, who's mounting a bold bid on the far outside. Wildcat Smile coming hard as the field turns into the stretch. Bellacourt has fought her way to the lead. It's Bellacourt in front. Wildcat Smile continues to close. Now second with the furlong to go. Undonatella has faded back to 3rd. It is Bellacourt and Wildcat Smile coming down to the finish here. And it is Bellacourt to win it. Bellacourt by a half length. Wildcat Smile second. Lender's Way 3rd. And Cute Cadet 4th.
Well, there is a $20 upset for Corey Nakatani and James Lawrence as Bellacourt, last seen September 1 at Saratoga, scores the upset victory over Wildcat Smile and Lender's Way. Victory Island, who drew the rail in here and had a tough start, never did any running as the 5-2 favorite for Rapoli Stable and Todd Pletcher. But Bellacourt did some nice running to score the upset on Saturday afternoon. Now time to go to the turf. The Ticonderoga, 1 mile and a 16. Gitchigumi, 8-5 on the board.
And they're off. Mystic City breaks on top. Rogues Jewel coming up on the far outside. Frivolous Buck in between those two, now back running in 3rd. Gitchigumi on the rail and racing 4th. Alcalina looking to find her way to the inside now in 5th. Risk a Chance takes to the outside 6th. Hestonite well held there 7th, about 7 lengths from the lead. Exclusive Scheme also under good restraint. Mineralogist at the back of the pack, and Centrina the last of all. Mystic City takes the field down the back stretch, and right there to keep her company is Rogues Jewel, Gitchigumi in behind them, followed by Frivolous Buck, then Akalina toward the inside, and Risk a Chance, that pair about 5 from the front. And they're followed by Hestonite, who's just cruising along here, very unhurried as she. Still about 7 lengths from the lead with 5 furlongs to go. Exclusive Scheme also under good restraint, then Mineralogist and Centrina, who takes to the outside as they approach the far turn. The half was 52 1/5 seconds. The pace has been very sensible here. Mystic City and Rogues Jewel still running 1-2. There goes Frivolous Buck. Frivolous Buck to the attack on the outside, and following that move goes Risk a Chance. Then Gitchigumi and Alcalina. Hestonite now about 5.5 from the lead. Then Exclusive Scheme, Mineralogist, and Centrina as they come to the top of the stretch. Mystic City's full throttle now. Frivolous Buck sweeping on the far outside. Rogues Jewel is in between those two. Now back running in 3rd. Gitchigumi takes to the outside 4th. Hestonite is coming down the middle of the track now from 5th with 1 furlong to go, and it's wide open. It is Frivolous Buck, narrowly Rogues Jewel fighting on. Gitchigumi and Hestonite. It's now Hestonite and Gitchigumi. It's down to those two, down to the wire, and it's going to be Hestonite. Beneath the ever-patient Ramon Dominguez to win it. Gitchigumi was 2nd. Frivolous Buck was 3rd. Close for 4th. Rogues Jewel, Alcalina.
And Hestonite, the 3-year-old filly, not the only 3-year-old filly in here. Risk a Chance ran 8th, but Hestonite, recent runner-up in the Pebbles to the good Elusive Pearl as the second choice, just runs over the top of Gitchigumi, the 8-5 favorite, late in the lane for Ramon Dominguez and David Donk. Frivolous Buck under Corey Nakatani runs 3rd in Saturday's Ticonderoga. Up next, the Empire Classic, Haynesfield, off since May 30th, the 4-5 favorite defending.
In the gate. And they're off. Uncle Smokey and Johannesburg Smile. Haynesfield is there. Green Monster comes up the inside looking for the lead. And Green Monster goes on with it. Green Monster a short lead. Johannesburg Smile right there with him. And Haynesfield tucks in behind them right there running along in 3rd. Down on the inside, it's Bigger is Better now advancing up into 4th. And Aerith the Gold placed on the outside 5th, about 5 from Green Monster. Then it's a break of another 2.5 back to Uncle Smokey, and another 4 back to late running Ichabod Crane. He's about 12 lengths from the free running leader. Farther behind the field is Mine Over Manor. So it was a 24 flat opening quarter mile by Green Monster, who's out there by 4.5 lengths. Johannesburg Spa runs along in 2nd with 5 furlongs remaining here. The half was up in 47-1. Green Monster still clear lead. Johannesburg Smile on the inside, and Haynesfield's making a move now. Haynesfield makes a move with a bit more than a half mile to go, and Haynesfield is rocketing up toward the leader with Johannesburg Smile. They're both moving in powerful tandem. They inhale the front runner, Green Monster. 6 lengths back to Inherit the Gold, who's now back in 4th. Bigger is Better, 5th toward the inside. Uncle Smokey, Ichabod Crane's got a lot to do. He's still 14 lengths from the lead. And the leader is Haynesfield. Haynesfield turns for home in the Empire Classic, getting away from Johannesburg Smile. Green Monster on the outside is 3rd. Ichabod Crane getting underway from 4th. He's about 8 lengths from the lead. It's Haynesfield in front, spurred on by Ramon Dominguez. Green Monster is coming back at him. He blew a 5-length lead. It's Haynesfield in front. Green Monster is running a remarkable race here today. Can he catch Haynesfield? It's Haynesfield to win. Haynesfield the winner, 3/4 of a length. Regaining some lost glory today. Green Monster then farther back, close 3rd. Johannesburg Smile, Ichabod Crane.
And Haynesfield back to defend his honor as the top older New York bred. Scores the very impressive victory, not by beating lengths or trouncing the Green Monster, who was very good himself, coming back from 3rd and pushing Haynesfield to the line, but Haynesfield, who I think cost Blam a Horse of the Year last year when he waxed him in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, has been off since May and just scores a rugged victory, going 9 furlongs to return $3.70 for Steve Asmussen and Ramon Dominguez in the Empire Classic. And wrapping up Breeders' Showcase Day, the Mohawk Compliance Officer on an absolute roll, the 4-5 chalk.
And they're off. Riding on the wall and Compliance Officer, Caracorn Legend hung up there on the far outside. Lubash now coming on. Riding on the wall is the leader. Lubash outsprinted in the first furlong here. On the outside, Caracorn Legend, and Compliance Officer, the favorite, is now taken back to run 4th on the inside. Pocket Cowboys is now 5th. Mini Punt in traffic, and Mini Punt then the rider, he really had to tap on the brakes there on Mini Punt. And then it's Adirondack Summer down toward the inside, followed by Missing Lisa Lewis, Joe Corrigan, and Piano Star. At the front of the field, it's Writing on the Wall. Gets away with the quarter here in 24 4/5 seconds. Lubash is 2nd. And then on the outside, Caracorn Legend runs along in 3rd. Pocket Cowboys way out there while racing in 4th. And Compliance Officer still on the fence in 5th. And farther back, a group of 5 altogether from the rail out is Adirondack Summer, Mini Punt, Missing Lisa Lewis, Piano Star, and Joe Corrigan around the far turn. The half was 50 1/5 seconds for Writing on the Wall. Lubash 2nd, and Compliance Officer set to go here as they come to the top of the stretch. He'll either have to go inside or out as they make their way to the quarter pole. It's Writing on the Wall in front. Lubash on the outside. Compliance Officer is still 3rd. Now will take to the outside as they dash past the final furlong marker. Compliance Officer's kicking in. Lubash is there to his inside, but Compliance Officer now darts away. It's Compliance Officer in front and pulling away impressively here. Left behind is Lubash and Adirondack Summer, and the beat goes on for Compliance Officer. Another big win, followed by Lubash riding on, or rather Lubash and Adirondack Summer close for 3rd.
Well, a terrific campaign for Compliance Officer, now winning 5 races in a row and a tour de force in the Mohawk on Saturday. I think the most impressive winning performance of the day. Lubash at 20-1 finishes 2nd with Adirondack Summer. That's second choice at nearly 4-1, showing up 3rd. But Bruce Brown's Compliance Offer, the very impressive $3.70 winner. That's an $8.20 late daily double at Belmont Park with the 2 $3.70 winners of the last 2 races on New York Breeders' Day. For the live version on Monday, today is the day they're going to draw entries for the Breeders' Cup. We'll get that information on Wednesday. So have a great week at the races. Remember Friday's show, the replay. We're going to try and get that John Lafitte for you. Enjoy the racing. The next edition of Horses and Courses, Monday morning.